Hello and welcome to Smiling Souls. This is Stephanie Keenan Ray and Wendy Tadiucci. How you doing today?
Hey, good. My coffee maker exploded this morning.
That's no bueno.
Smoke came out. I pulled up the lid real quick and ran back. I had coffee grounds everywhere. I'm not sure what happened, but the pod, like it looked like it was raised or something. So I don't know if it was a bad pod. I don't know if my coffee maker's going out, but I gave it a few seconds, put a new pod in, and it seemed to be okay. But that was my excitement this morning. How about you? You were making bread.
Yeah, I have a big event today that
yes, you do.
With Gen B, and apparently, and it didn't hit me that this was why I was doing this until she texted me with like, I'm stressed about this, that, and the, because we've been just going back and forth with the little details, like all the little things, and she's like, I'm just trying to calm down, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh. That might be why I'm making 2 loaves of sourdough, some English muffins, and some pizza dough.
All the carbs.
Well, because I like to the sourdough bread makes 2 loaves, and then and I'll like freeze one, and then the English muffins I just like to make and put in the freezer.
Wait! You made English muffins from scratch?
Yeah, they're actually super duper easy. And you use some sourdough discard and then easy other stuff.
Okay. And you made pizza crust, homemade.
Yeah. Because it's all rather easy once you know how to do the things.
You win the baking Olympics today.
I know. I started the bread yesterday and like basically just had to shape it and put it in the oven. But then I was like, well, let's just do this other stuff, because why buy pizza dough and why do, So I just was at it, and then I realized that, maybe this is just keeping my brain off of overstressing about 1 o'clock.
You know what? It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
And it's going to go how it's going to go. But it's going to be awesome.
I know it's going to be awesome. It's just, you know how it is. It's the first time I've led an event with nearly 100 people in it. So, yes.
By the way, trained. So,
yes.
We're just going to go.
Yes, I know. There will be familiar faces there. So that's a plus.
Yes.
Yes.
There will be. How can I support you? Do you want me to do one of these things or no? Okay. Don't do that. Just quiet. Maybe
no. Off. You can be your silly self. It's totally fine. It probably will help.
You probably what?
We should do hearts. Oh,
I can do that.
Yes, at our retreat, we were trying to show the heart love, like on Zoom, but we were in person, so we started just going hearts, and now it's a thing.
I can't stop. Okay.
You guys are so silly. I love it. What about you? What are you up to today? Well, your coffee maker exploded. Anything else?
Well, I'm going to your event.
Yeah, that'll be great.
And we got dinner tonight at an Italian restaurant.
Ooh.
I know, getting lasagna for sure. We had dinner last night at an Italian restaurant. We got the pizza, not the deep dish, thin crust pizza. It was delicious. And then we got the cannelloni. They did that so well.
Nice.
Anyway.
Very good. All right. So should we do oracle cards?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Why don't you go first? Because I
will. So hilariously, I got teaching and learning.
Not hilariously. There are no mistakes.
I know.
Not at all. Is that?
That is Archangel Zadkiel. It says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. You are a spiritual teacher and an avid learner. Learning and teaching are linked in a perfect cycle in which information comes to you when it's needed. Teach others the topics that awaken your passions, and the more you teach, the more your lessons are reinforced within you. Be open to sharing new ideas and learning about topics that aren't in your immediate sphere of interest. Your students will teach you in many ways too. Trust in your teaching and learning abilities as your mind is one with the divine mind of God. You are an intelligent and wise being, knowing that it's safe in this lifetime for you to be outspoken in your teachings. Working with Zedekiel. Zedekiel is an ultimate spiritual professor. He's patient, kind, and has access to all knowledge. He's widely known for his ability to help human memory function. If you need to remember or memorize any information, ask Zedekiel to assist. Anything that you need to know, Zedekiel is glad to help you. Just ask him questions in order to elicit his help. Sometimes Zedekiel uses the Socratic method of teaching, which means that he'll lead you to your learning for yourself. Being observant of patterns in everything you see, hear, and think is one of the best ways to benefit from Zedekiel's teachings. Now, if only I'd known of him when I was in college, because that would have been very helpful to call upon his help, because I literally would fall asleep with my books on my head, hoping that it would help me. But you know,
I never tried that. Maybe I should have.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Well, you know about him now.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of patterns, how crazy was it that when I was at the retreat, like the crows just kept coming, and then the magpie literally talked to me from the kitchen. Well, I was in the kitchen. He was outside, but he yelled at me, and I had to come out and visit him.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane.
Birds and animals are messengers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got the visit from the hawk.
Yes.
Yeah,
same day that I got the crow that came and yelled at me too. Yeah.
Well, mine didn't yell at me. Mine kind of gave me a, hey, nice job.
Well, yeah, it wasn't
what you're doing.
It was like a, hey, come out and talk to me. Hey, pay attention to me. Because I was like we in the house. It was very interesting.
Animals are very, very cool.
Yes.
Do you guys have totem animals?
Yes. My spirit animal is a rabbit. What about you, Steph?
I don't know mine.
Oh, that'll be fun to explore. Connie, do you have one since you asked?
I do some shamanic journeying, but so Raven is one of mine, and so is Bear.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then deer comes to me sometimes, and I have a very interesting story about deers. And at some point, if you want, I'll share with you.
Go ahead. You can tell us.
Will you tell us during the podcast? Like, can we, because we got to do the oracle cards. Should we do that? And then
let's do that. And then,
Steph's like, what are you doing, Wendy? Why don't you
just tell the story?
Okay, just tell the story.
Okay. So
I can clip all that.
I live in Littleton, Colorado. And I don't know if you remember when the shooting in Columbine happened, and I'm very close to that school. And I woke up that day, and instead of going to the teacher's yoga lunch, all the teacher training, I woke up and I was heavy. I thought I was depressed. And I'm like, man, something's going on. So I put my kids to school, and I decided to go for a walk.
Yeah.
And I went for a walk in Waterton Canyon. And I just couldn't get over this sadness. And as I was walking back, I remember looking at the ground, then I looked up, and there were 3 deer in my path with their heads together. So I saw their deer eyes, and I got the message. So everything is going to be okay. And then, so I got a little bit lightened up, but as soon as I got into my car, I heard the news about the shooting. Other things that happened that I was somehow connected to this. And but anyway, so one time again, I did see those 3 deer again. It was really cool. But their eyes, their doe eyes, just like told me it's going to be okay.
Everything's
for me.
Right. May I ask the second time you saw them, what were the circumstances?
Actually, I saw them from afar this time. So they were in my path. They were just in the area where I probably saw them, but yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
So how do you figure out who your totem animals are?
So again, I do some work with Last Mask Center, which is basically shamanic training, and so we do clearings, and when we do clearings, sometimes we have an animal that'll just show up, and believe it or not, Raven shows up with me, and he's my voice. I get, yeah. But Bear is often with me
wow.
on a journey. Yeah. So I look them up, right? You have to look up what do they represent, and so it's just very interesting. And the more you work with them, the more that you get information. But Bear is always telling me to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you, Connie.
I love that. Yeah, Steph, it's just like noticing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this animal crossed my path. Like, what in the heck? Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'm starting to think Crow is one of my big ones. They've been on, they're always around me pretty much. Like,
Crows are about magic.
Yeah.
You look them up, but they're very magical, and they transform. But no, they're all about magic.
Yeah. Crows, I kind of agree with Wendy. Rabbit is always been a big one for me. And I mean, I don't live in an area with ravens, but when I'm in areas with ravens, it's like I'm so connected to the ravens. It's
wow.
weird. And I'm not a bird. I'm a bird outside my house human. I am not one of those people that will ever keep a bird, but I absolutely love them in the wild, except for when it's 3 a.m. beginning of spring when they start screaming in the trees.
I have a message for you. Go outside and go, what?
No, they're just really excited that it's spring and they're awake. And they're like, oh my God, it's time to do the things.
Yeah, Stephanie. Crazy birds.
Crazy birds. Okay. Back to Oracle cards. Thank you. That was a great detour.
That was really good. Yes. Okay. And so Connie, Stephanie's going to pull for you.
Yes, but why don't you go?
Oh, okay, good. All right, fine. So I chose first one. Usually it's not the first one, but this is the one that I was guided to choose.
It looks like my pineapple that I just grew and ate.
Maybe that's why. You ate it?
Yes, it was the most delicious pineapple imaginable.
Are you growing another one?
I mean, if he decides to give us more.
Okay, good. So encourage a welcoming heart. Be receptive to unexpected blessings. Yes, thank you, please. An open heart allows new energy and possibility to enter your life. This can be challenging when you aren't feeling your best, especially after a setback. Do small things to shift your energy so feelings of openness can return. Light a candle or listen to some of your favorite music. If you are able, get fresh flowers. My whole freaking patio is full of flowers. Like they have just gone crazy. So yay. Mm-hmm. Even better, spend time in the fresh air to clear and open your heart. Envision your heart open, willing to receive and grateful for the blessings in your life. Plan an evening to catch up with your friends. You may have disengaged from others. Sharing time or a meal filled with conversation and laughter will help you feel connected, supported, loved, and needed. Relationships with others can provide a sense of purpose, belonging, and give you something to look forward to. Socializing will help release any negative feelings you have about being alone or isolated. The pineapple is a time-honored expression of hospitality and welcoming to others. It may also symbolize bounty and graciousness and act as a token of friendship or community kindness. This card is a gentle reminder that you have caring people in your life who would love to see you. It is easy to withdraw when things aren't at their best. And it talks about pineapples and the Hawaiian Islands and the Dole Plantation. We've been to the Dole Plantation. We unfortunately had the bad timing to go when all the pineapples had just been harvested. There you go. Anyway. It was still fun. We got Dole Whip. It was all good. Dole Whip is a thing. It's a thing.
Yes.
Anyway, that's me.
Okay.
I actually brought my one of my decks of cards called the Energy.
What is this? Eternity. I can't.
Eternity Oracle card.
Energy Oracle cards. Got it. And it matches your hoodie. So nice work.
Try to do that,
Nicely done.
All right. So I'll go ahead and pull one from here. Oh, this is not a good one.
Okay.
It could be. So it's number 5, and it's called Attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not good. Perceived need and the choice to let go. In the upright position, this card reveals that your passage forward is being stopped by strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation about the future. Mm. Although you may wear the mask of pretense or even contentment, you simply can't go forward. So looking at patterns, emotional patterns with relationships, unhealthy habits, this card is telling you that it's time to take action and you need to break out of your chains and move forward to an open, free, healthy, and authentically happy life. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you that I will say, I think this is connected to my really old patterns and mindset about money. Because the retreat that we were on is really, I feel like I hadn't quite get it, but it, as far as a real shift in, I grew up in such a poor family. I had 7 other brothers and sisters, and that whole mentality. Okay. So I'm going to look at this as a good card about really thinking about letting go of the pattern of not enough. Other people can have it, not me.
Mm-hmm. Let go. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just reinforcing what we've been through this past week. And
you were both at Jen B's retreat.
Yes.
Aha. Okay, cool.
And apparently Connie's a runner and she almost ran away, but she stayed.
Oh, Connie.
Well, I was sitting there thinking, I really want to go. I think I'm done. And I'm like, what excuse can I use?
What excuse can I
Yeah. And so when I went on my walk, and walking is where I get a lot of information, which I did this morning. Yeah. And I was thinking, oh, that's interesting that you want to leave. What if you stayed?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went with that instead of how can I come up with an excuse to go?
Yes, and then one day she just randomly walked up to me and went, I can drive you to the airport. And I went, okay. I'm thinking I might have been part of keeping her staying.
I'm sure I said that after I realized I was going to stay.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm staying. It's
Connie. It's gonna happen. So it sounds like you stayed and you decided to face the uncomfortableness. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit in this. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you kind of maybe knew I'm going to sit with this. And on the other side, that's where I need to get to, but I need to be uncomfortable first. So that's huge. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I think that's probably my superpower. I can sit with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to, with 8 kids in the family, right? My superpower was to hide. Mm-hmm. And so I was very good at hiding, so I wouldn't be found. I was small; I can hide in small places, and so that I guess, and
we broke that.
I was going to say, you're not hiding anymore, girl. Here you are on our podcast. You are being seen.
Yes,
we see you.
So should we tell people how they can get creative and change up their Mondays?
Yes.
So I created this really cool creative network called Natural Beauties Arts and Ideas Creative Network. And we do these creative sanctuary sessions every second and fourth Monday of the month. And they're super fun. What do you think about them? Because I know you've been to a few.
Oh, I've been to a few. And I have to tell you, when you told me about this the first time, I was like, oh, Mondays. I don't like to schedule anything on Mondays because I just like to flow into my week and not have anything on the calendar. And then I was like, you know what? It's Stephanie. I'm gonna pop in and just see what this is all about. And I'm glad I did. Because joke's on me. I was able to pick up an old sketch pad that I've had for a year, not touched, and some watercolors. And I was able to just sit there and play. And it was fun. And it released a lot of the nervousness and anxiety that I was experiencing over, okay, it's a new week and I got to do this and I got to da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I was just able to release all that. And I had fun and I created. So when you said sanctuary, I'm like, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it's all about, is just engaging that right side of your brain, that creative side, where we can, in doing so, it brings joy and happiness and innovation. And ultimately that energy flows over into our business, into our personal lives. And, you know, it just makes us happier and more efficient, and like our problem solving skills actually get better. Like all sorts of things improve. It's so cool.
Totally.
So I'd love to have you join us on a creative session, second and fourth Mondays of the month, noontime Eastern Standard Time. And the website that you can go to check it out is my link tree. So linktr.ee/natural_beauties. And that will get you there. You can check it out. You can register and learn more about it. Hope to see you there.
Yay.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a really good time to introduce Connie, right? Yeah. Perfect timing. So it is our pleasure to welcome Connie Warden to the Smiling Souls podcast. Connie is a compulsive discoverer of all things expanding our human potential. She is an acupuncturist and has a master's in Oriental Medicine. She loves how Oriental medicine looks at the body and mind from a different lens than allopathic medicine, which can be immensely helpful for health and vitality. Connie discovered yoga at 16 years old, and it set the direction for her career choices. Connie has been a yoga student for 40 years and a teacher for 20 years. Connie's diverse mindfulness trainings help her lead varied meditation practices. Sorry, I'm laughing because the train is like, it's making the nails on the chalkboard kind of noise. And I'm just like, really at this time? Okay. Okay. Back to Connie. She recently wrote about her journey to become a more mindful, kindful driver on the road, titled Speeding to Compassion, Life Lessons and Humor to the Highroad. She is currently living in Colorado with her husband and two cats, Buffy and Lucky, who love to sit on her keyboard when writing. She also has a son and daughter and 4 grandchildren, and they all love yoga. Welcome to Smiling Souls, Connie.
Thank you for having me. I love Smiling Souls.
Yeah, we love that you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, okay, we just got into it a little bit, that you're from a family where you had to hide a lot. Tell us a little bit more about Connie, how you got into yoga, meditation, acupuncture, all the things.
And do your cats love yoga? You said everybody loves yoga.
Oh, yeah. Well, they definitely do downward dog. Okay. Even though they're a cat.
I love it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to know. Your question was great stuff. I just had to know about the cats. Okay, sorry, continue.
It's okay.
The yoga piece is very interesting because I, for years, didn't understand why I loved yoga so much. And I just contemplated, like, I don't know, there's just something about yoga that is, I just have loved. And I probably have past lives in yoga. And then I remembered something. So one of the things we could do as a family, a large family, is we would go to the library, right? Because you can get free books. So I loved to read. It was just, it's a passion of mine. And I was about 16 years old. I know I was 16 because I drove to the library myself, picked up some books, picked up some yoga books. That was one of the things that I just love going to the library and learning about anything. And so I got this book on yoga, and it really changed the trajectory of my life because I was really going towards drinking beer, smoking cigarettes. Probably a little later, smoking joints. And it really changed everything. For some reason, it just, I guess, gave that stuff up.
Because of this book.
Because of the yoga. Yeah. Like it really centered me. And so, and so it's like, took all this time for me to go, oh, that's why I love yoga so much. It keeps me centered and grounded.
Oh my gosh. Like sometimes it takes a journey. We don't realize it right away. This is what did it for me. I don't know why. And when we stay in that curiosity, eventually it could be years, it could be months, it could be decades. And we go, oh, that's why. Which is beautiful, Connie.
Absolutely. Yeah. And no, go ahead. You were going to say something.
People would say, how did you go into acupuncture? And I said, I usually say, because I'm weird. And especially when I just started, going into school for it, because acupuncture was still kind of weird. Some people still think it's weird, but not as much. But I just was always resonated with indigenous cultures. So yoga came from India. I love the shamanic stuff, Oriental medicine that had, that just has thousands of years of history. And that's where I just resonated.
Wow. And just reading your information in your bio, the book about driving, how did that come about? It was an experience that happened, and the result of it was this book. So would you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, it was one day, it was a beautiful day in July, and I decided to do some self-care and get out my paddleboard and go paddleboarding. I love being on the water. Of all the elements, water is my element. Maybe that's why we're blue a lot. I don't know. And so I get out, I'm going down the street, I turn the corner, I'm behind somebody at the red light, and it turns green and nobody moves. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, I kind of like beep a little bit, and then I'm like, oh my God. And I go around this person and I want to look at them, give them that look you think is going to change anything. It never does. And I was hit with what I was pretty sure what happened. And the mother's in the mother is in the passenger seat. There's a young gal on the driver's seat. And I felt like, oh my God, this is probably her first time driving. And I was a jerk. And I mean, I feel like I just went around them and I just said, it broke my heart that I was such a jerk to a teenage girl. I mean, I've been in the same place with my teenage girl at the time. And I said, oh my God, this is not the person I want to be. This is not who I want. I'll never behave like this again. I have to figure out a way. So why can't you use the stuff you teach in yoga, meditation, mindfulness, and bring that into the driver's seat? And so that's how it started. And yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting because so many people make such an effort to have a habit of mindfulness and yoga and whatnot, and be in these states of being where you're trying to be a better version of yourself, and then it's like you get in your car and it's like all rules go out the window. And so it makes total sense. And especially as a yoga teacher, I'm sure it was just horrifying that you're like, oh my god, I just scared the crap out of a little girl.
I decided to write about it after about 3 years of practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of self-doubt about whether this was going to be something that was good. People said, it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until I started sending out to editors, and they would come back and they would say, oh my gosh, I can't believe what you said about red lights. It really helped me the other day, and I'm like, you're using it? And that was what actually kept me going, and actually to publish it. Because once you publish a book, you're out there, it's like 1 million people are going to be reading it, but they're still,
you're seen.
Yeah. Can't be hiding.
Not anymore.
No.
Could you tell us a little bit about that red light tip or information that the editor was like, oh, this really helped me?
Yes.
I'm curious.
Okay. So I was in therapy, which I love therapy. And I was talking about my book, apparently, because my therapist goes, so what is your relationship to red lights? And I was like, I don't have a relationship with red lights. And I'm thinking, does she? And so I thought, okay, keep an open mind. I said, but I'll tell you what, I'll think about it. So I would be driving, and I was thinking, what is my relationship to red lights? Well, I freaking hate them, was what happened. I hate red lights. I said, why do you hate red lights? Well, they make me unproductive. I'm stopping. I can't do anything. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sure. Well, can we rewrite that? And so I was like, okay, why can't I use red lights to breathe? Take a breath, calm down, notice something beautiful around me.
Yeah.
And so that changed my relationship to red lights. And so I wrote about that. And this editor was like, going to my baseball game, and there's red light after red light. And then she said, oh, why don't I use this for something good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
that. Oh my God. It's such a simple reframe. But it changed everything for you.
Yeah. And when you see people running red lights, I mean, sometimes they're so obnoxious, and a lot of people get because I was doing a class, a boxing class. And at the end of the class, we could do whatever we wanted to do. And, so I'm hitting and punching it. And I went, I hate people. Oh,
we don't have those days.
And right. And so somebody else across the room was like, oh my God, I saw an accident the other day because someone ran a red light. I'm like,
oh boy.
Yep. It's just safe.
That's I mean, it's so profound, but it's so simple. Like, just breathe. You see a red light, notice something beautiful. Okay. I too have people passing me all the time, right? I don't know if I drive slow. Apparently I do. Whatever. I'm one of those. I drive like a sausage. Okay, that's fine. And I'll get to the red light, and the person that has passed me has been there for a while, and I just kind of roll up, and sometimes I'll just look over and I'll smile. I'll be like, hey, I'll give them a peace sign. And I usually get whatever. I'm like, just, hey, sending you love and light.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, as opposed to looking at them like, see, you didn't get very far.
Now I'm thinking in my mind, like, really? We got here at the same time, but all right.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you about an incident that happened a couple weeks ago. My daughter and I are driving. She's driving.
Yeah.
We were going to take a right. It was a T intersection, and we were going to take a right. There's a gentleman in front of us. And apparently he says something to the mom and the son that are in bikes going across. So he can't take a right. Well, it's a red light, but he can't take a right because mom and son are going slowly across the crosswalk.
Yeah.
And he must have said something to her because she said asshole. Light turns green. He does a 360 and he goes after this mom and son on a bike.
Oh my gosh.
Daughter does a 360 because she goes, she's not safe. He parks. He gets out of his car. He's running to this woman on a bike. And we're saying, we opened our car and we're like, we're recording this. We're recording this. So you know, we see you. Yeah. And he picks up her bike and he's about to throw it into the street.
Oh,
I know. And, but see, he knows we're recording. So he puts it back down, goes back to his car and tells us to mind our own business. Like, yeah, this is our business, keeping people safe. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Oh, good for you guys.
Yeah. Connie, do you keep a box of books in all cars so you can just be like, sir, I think you go this?
I know. I actually did start putting it in my car now, books. But so my daughter calls the sheriff and said, here's the license plate of this guy.
Oh, right.
Here's the name of the lady and her phone number. But this was total road rage. And a couple hours later, the sheriff calls my daughter and says, the woman's not going to press charges, but we did go to this gentleman's house, and he does know that he was wrong in what he did. And so I think I told this in retreat, but if I would have been on the phone with the sheriff and I said, and I have a book, can I leave some over by your
I was thinking the same thing, like give the police department, give the sheriffs, like, here you go.
Yeah.
And if they're not willing to receive it at the moment, if they have a window that's kind of cracked, just toss it in.
That would be brilliant.
Find it later.
There we go. Connie's going to connect with all the police officers.
I mean, yes. Why not?
It would be brilliant. It would.
Yeah. I can't imagine what would happen.
Or, what if you connected with the BMV or DMVs or whatever they're called nowadays, and like, okay, here, you got your license. Here's a book.
Thank you. That's a great marketing idea. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Changing the world.
Exactly. One book at a time.
This book isn't for people who have a real problem, that maybe needs, some intervention. This is for people who want to be good people, but being anonymous in a car is so easy to rage,
Right. Yeah. And your book is like raising the vibration of the world and changing the energy, as are you. So thank you.
Thank you. Because on my walk this morning, because I still go, why do you want to market this book? Why? And there's a part of me that's like, I always think, am I coming from love or other things? Right. And so this is a part of my heart, I guess, that I want to share. And I have to think of it like that.
I love that. Oh yeah. Putting that piece of your heart out there, it ripples, right? Like a pond, like a pebble in a pond. Get it right, Mindy. Has that ripple effect. So does your heart.
Yes. And thank you, because I talk about the wake we leave. Again, a water reference, but we leave a wake regardless, whether it's a good, or negative. And so that's a choice. And I wasn't going to leave a wake like I did with that young lady ever again. Um,
Yeah. That is beautiful. Okay. So I'm curious, like with your training, Connie, in yoga and everything else, what can someone do when they're feeling that, oh, whether they're in a car or not, right? What's the first step into, okay, I need to calm down.
So I think it was the hardest thing for me to do, to not, what's the word? Bypass your feelings.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay. So is to just name it, frustrated, angry,
right.
And own it. Like this is me being frustrated, angry.
Yeah.
And I give a lot of different suggestions in the book. You know, it could be making up a stupid song about your feeling, or what you're seeing,
Right. Right.
But naming it is the biggest thing. Just saying you're frustrated. I'm frustrated. I can't get to the airport on time to pick up my daughter, which is another story. And I'm pretending I'm not frustrated. Like, okay.
Right.
And then it all blew up at the touch of something small. And my daughter's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I know what happened. So there's no sense in just pretending. That was another editor, one of the proof editors said, yeah, I kind of do that. Because she says, I've been in mindfulness and meditation for so long. And we think that when we feel rage, is that we shouldn't. Or, all these other yucky things, jealousy, envy, like the card I got. Attachment. I was like, oh.
Yeah, you and me. It was like, oh, that's bad. No, it's not.
And then, it was like, oh, no, this was something I needed to look at.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I had an incident when my son was really little. We were driving home and, I didn't run the red light and the guy behind me was pissed off and honking and yelling and being an utter ass. And I probably flipped him the bird or something. I don't know I don't remember what my reaction was. It could have just been a shaking of a hand, but it definitely was like, I gave him a gesture, like,
right.
And
I see your Italian coming out.
Yeah, I don't even have Italian in me, but the Italian comes out. And I'm pretty sure that's basically what I did. Like, I just was like, what the? And so when it turned green, I started to go, and this guy came up alongside me, and we were on like this road that technically it is 2 lanes for like a half a minute, and then you get to another light that goes down to 1 again. But there's also cars parked on the right-hand side. So it's just like he's like cutting people off, getting in front next to me, and just screaming at me. And I just screamed right back at him because I was like, what the hell? I got a kid in the car. I'm not gonna run a red light. But and I remember being so upset when I got home. And of course, Gabriel was old enough to kind of like, he didn't know what was happening, but he was scared of what was happening, And I just remember coming home and being so angry and telling Joe about it. And he was like, did you get the guy's number? Plate number? Did you and I was just like, I'm not even, like, the guy was a jerk. Like, I was under so much stress. I was afraid he was going to do something crazy, like he had already done enough crazy. And, but it's one of those things that just lives rent free in my brain, because that guy was like such a jerk. But at the same time, I'm like, did I have to yell back at him? Like,
we've all been there.
You can't help it. Like,
we've all been there.
Utter butts. Yeah.
Right. And Connie, like what you just said, I don't know if this happens to you, Steph, but like that feeling comes like, oh man, I'm really pissed off, right? At driving or whatever. And instead of acknowledging that I should feel love and light. And so it's like, okay, So my do differently is going to just be like, okay, yeah, I am pissed off.
Yeah.
That is the feeling. I am pissed off. I'm owning it. I'm shining a light on it so that it can not have that control over me. That's what it is. And then I get to decide, do I want to stay in that?
Yep.
Or do I want to change it? But that's brilliant, Connie.
This is like a previous conversation when we talked about the grocery store, when I had an experience at the grocery store. And like, because we have this one grocery store that's always chaotic. Yeah. And, and it's like you have to go in there with armor, knowing that like people are going to do stupid things. They're going to cut you off. They're going to just stop in the aisle. There might be two people stopped in the aisle and you can't go anywhere but turn around and just go around and go to the other side of the aisle.
In front of the thing. In front of the thing you need to get.
Yeah. But it's definitely, that is the way you have to look at it. Like, okay, I know I might get frustrated here. People might be less than brilliant, but how am I going to show up around these people?
Yeah. Right? And just like name it. Like, oh God, I'm so irritated at this person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Connie,
like for me, going to Costco during the holidays, where it's crazy. So one of the things I'll do is I put on a song that calms me.
Really?
And so I get it in my head.
What's the song?
So as I'm going through Costco, I'm singing a song, and it may be one of the holiday songs that I like that is very calming, like Little Drummer Boy.
Yes.
That's for me is such a cute one, or just and so I can go into Costco with that in my head. I mean, okay, so I have grandkids. I can't tell you how many times I have found myself singing the alphabet song in my head, or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And it's like, what? Oh my God. So if that's going to happen, well, let me do a song in my head that's going to calm me down, that keeps my soul happy. You know?
Oh, that's brilliant. Or have you seen the people with their earbuds in the grocery store? I often think, are they listening to meditation music?
Sometimes.
Maybe that would be helpful.
Sometimes it's meditation, sometimes it's a podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious.
Sometimes it's raging rock.
I know. I almost want to like ask them, but I'm like, no, they don't want to be interrupted clearly because they have the things in. But I'm curious.
Yes. That is one thing I do find interesting, though, is the degree of how much people like disconnect from each other nowadays by putting in their earbuds like all the time. Like there are so many people that can't leave their house without it because God forbid somebody talks to them,
I feel like it's a safety mechanism.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism. Yep.
Yeah. I always, again, when I go out in nature and walk and I see people with the earbuds on, and I just like, you're missing out.
Yes.
You want to hear the sounds of the birds. Yeah.
Sounds of the trees.
The trees.
Yeah. I walked by somebody. She didn't even acknowledge me. She had the things in, and she had actually lost her lanyard that had her keys. They fell, and she didn't even realize it.
Oh,
and so I picked it up. It had her picture on it, and I had to yell for her. And who knows when she would have realized where she? I mean,
by the time she got to her car,
right.
Oh man. Yep. Well, hey,
let's see. What stuff?
I said, at least there's people trying to be good people in the world.
You know what?
They're to inspire others.
I don't know if you guys feel like this, but I feel like there's more good in the world than there is bad.
Most days.
I
at least try to surround myself with the good so that therefore I don't have to think as hard about the bad.
Yeah, I feel like there are surprises in the world. For an example, there's a friend of ours who is tattooed from head to toe, even his head, which that had to hurt, but whatever. And he's a big guy, and he looks tough, and he looks like he's about to kill you. but he's the nicest person you'd ever want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes I see people like him in the world and I'm like, oh my God, they're opening the door for me or they're smiling. And I'm like, oh, okay, good person. Or they're helping a mother with a baby, get in a door or whatever. And I'm like, oh, nice person.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We talk about that in the book, actually, because it's the stories we make up.
Right.
Based on very limited knowledge.
Yeah. Just that visual.
Yep.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. And I'm starting a speech. And it starts out with me going to the motorcycle weekend to learn how to ride a motorcycle. And I was told by these young gals when I got my license, because I passed, that they had looked around the day one and they decided I was not going to make it. And I thought, wow, that's an interesting story. Okay. And the thing was, I had a story in my mind about these gals. I called them Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
Which was derogatory in my book.
Okay.
So we're all making these stories up. And and that's what I talk about, like when you say rewrite it. So you made a story anyway. Why don't you just rewrite it?
Write it.
Yeah. And say, oh, they're turning really slow because they must have plants in their car. Because I turn really slow when I have a plant in my car or something that could smell, right?
Yes.
And so just make up a good story.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because one of our weather guys around here in Northwest Indiana, soon as the snow hits and it's icy, they will post this picture of, remember to drive like you have your 100-year-old grandma in the back seat and she's got a bowl full of biscuits and gravy, and that biscuits and gravy is about to the top of that bowl and it's going to slosh out if you're not careful. And I'm like, it just makes me laugh. And okay, drive slow. So if you need to drive slow, just put that image in your head of this little old lady in the back seat with this bowl of biscuits and gravy, and there's a lot of gravy, and there's no cover for this bowl. So you're welcome, Steph.
I don't like wasting the gravy.
You want gravy on your grandma.
No, or your seat.
On your seat.
Ew.
That's a smell that's not going to get out of your car.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yes. Yeah. It's also kind of like on the retreat. We were I forget who brought it up. One of the people that presented was talking about how, like, when we're having self-doubt, like creating ask-formations. So like affirmations, except they're asking yourself like a positive thing. Like, what if I do have clients knocking down my door? Like that sort of, so like it's reframing it in a positive way that makes you feel more confident about what could happen. And so it's kind of the same thing, retelling the story in your head in a different way. That'll be incredible and better, instead of like, oh, they're gonna do this bad thing.
Right. Yeah. Rewrite it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
One of my affirmations is to make so much money.
What?
How did I learn to make so much money?
How did I learn to make so much money? I love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful. I feel like we have collectively raised the vibration.
Yeah.
Raised the energy. Put a bright light into the world. So go us.
Yes.
Steph, should we start wrapping up? What do you want to do?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Thank you, Connie,
yes, thank you,
for
Connie.
being our guest today. And how can people get a hold of your book and get, all the information?
All the things.
Sure. Amazon is one of the best. It's on my website too, which is conniewarden.com.
Perfect.
And speeding to compassion is all you have to put in there, and up it pops. And if you want, scroll way down and you'll see reviews. And that's also where you can leave a review, which is
perfect.
Good to have. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. This was fun. Thank you for making souls smile.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you. Yes. All right. We will see you next time.
All right.